Welcome to a demo on piggyback wrap. I have Miss Sylvia here again, and we have her sectioned in the 9 block on this side with the mohawk going down the back, and then this side I've left out because we'll get to that in a minute. She's slightly tilted back so that I can get a nice 90-degree angle coming off the top. So the purpose of the piggyback is to make sure that these longer lengths of hair have even product saturation and even curl, because if we were to just wrap this length of hair from roots to ends, it would be really hard for those ends to be saturated with product, as well as the curl would be too large at the roots. So we're going to do it on 2 separate perm rods. And as you will have noticed from doing the brick lay pattern, sometimes this very front piece isn't perfectly square to our tool. But we want that whitest part from her little widow's peak to the back to be the right size. I'm going to comb her hair 90 degrees. And I'm going to take my tool and starting mid-strand, I'm going to roll that hair around. And I'm going to keep these ends out. So as I roll, I keep control of those ends. So they're staying in my left hand. And rolling that down. You notice I didn't use any end papers. So now I have the ends of her hair out of my way. And I'm going to place the elastic around. I'm going to take my next section, the same depth as my rod, straight across, nice clean lines, combing that out 90 degrees. And it's really important that we keep the hair the same. We comb it, that's one of those threads, that we comb it into position, that we keep it in that projection angle the entire time we're rolling. So again, starting at about halfway down the hair strand, nice even tension. I have my ends out here. And the ends can either go to the right or the left. It just depends on what your preference is, but they need to be consistent on whatever side they come out of. So I'm going to continue with 90 degrees from the base, or perpendicular, beyond perpendicular to the base. Yes, that's the word. And one thing that is a little bit of a nice, when you get a little bit more experience with perm wrapping, that will help you have cleaner looking perm wraps, is always having the closing bit coming to the same side of the perm rod. It helps when you go to drop your rods to have them all located in the same side of the perm rod. And then also when you're around the face, having them secure. So if this were to be placed on this side of her face, instead of having this front part, so having this so that it comes from the back to the front. So if it were to pop off, it pops back away from her face as opposed to popping into her face. That's just a little safety issue. And I'm going to continue this and then I'll come back.